Hey everybody, Batmerk here. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing Batman Detective Comics 1016. I don't know if you guys have been following the story with Detective Comics lately, but basically it's been Mr. Freeze. He's been going around and trying to find like matches of females that can give him the genetic code to help him save his wife Nora Freeze from being frozen in cryogenic stasis for her whole life, or her adult life. So he basically like went around and was doing that, and Batman's been on his trail, and he made like this really cool like thermo like fire suit. It's a pretty cool design. I think they're gonna like probably make a toy of it. It looks really cool. The artwork in this is really cool. It's got a lot of I forgot his name. I think Monkey. I think that's the name of the guy, Mankey. I forgot how to pronounce it. And then it's written by Tomasi. It's been pretty cool. Like if you're into Batman, just doing basically like Batman stuff, doing detective things, then you're gonna like this. It's a lot different than the regular ongoing series. So yeah, let's get right into it. Basically, like yeah, it's got Batman and Frieza are working together because Frieza actually woke up. He fixed his wife and he brought her in on the score, and they were going around like robbing banks and or stuff like that, and just doing crime. And he noticed that she there's something up with her, like she's actually starting to like it. And the whole thing about Freeze was his whole motivation was that he wanted to go and do the things that he did just so he could save his wife. Funding, like experimenting on people, doing things like that. That was his whole purpose. At least that's how it's always been with Mister Freeze since the Batman the animated series. I believe the story Heart of Ice or Cold as Ice, written by Paul Dini, which gave the character it gave him a new like aspect, and it grounded him a little bit, gave him an arc, made him more interesting. And yeah, it's now they're giving Freeze another arc. Now he's got his wife awake, and she's she's even meaner and colder than he is. She's a real ice queen. Kind of like the Hans Christian Andersen character from Frozen, the real Ice Queen. But yeah, so they're investigating right now the crime scene of I believe it's Nora Freeze's parents. She basically in the graveyard. She made like a she made like a mausoleum of Victor just to just to let him know that that she knows that he's on on her trail, and she basically wants him dead, and she's over him. She's over Victor. She sees him as a control freak, and she doesn't really want him in her life. She says that basically, he was using her for just making her do whatever. She's just like a trophy, and she's just like an object to him, and that was his whole that was her whole thing about that. But yeah, so that's the Batsuit. I forgot the name of it. It's like the thermal suit or something like that, or the red thermal or something. But there's some pretty cool like Batman like action in here, and there's Freeze versus Mrs. Victor Freeze versus Nora Freeze, you know. And I know in comic books now, like the trend is to have like the gender swap like the characters now and stuff like that. But this is actually like a really creative, organic way to bring in you know Nora Freeze as the new like Freeze villain. You can have Victor doing his thing, and now you got her. It's not like they're changing the character. So this is really cool. They hats off, or yeah, hats off, and applause to Tomasi for doing that. But yeah, look at that bat suit. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And he spears her, and then they go there talking their shit, and she blasts him to the ceiling. And the Batman comes in, whoo, thaws him out with his big gun. Pretty sick. Yep. Look at that. You can just see like the fire shooting out the side of the gun. That's cool, man. I mean, I guarantee there's gonna be some cosplays of that. Whoosh. Yeah, I like it in this book too. Batman just he kind of seems, not entirely, but he kind of seems a little more human in some ways. Like he gets beaten up and he gets hurt a lot. I did a video where he was in the jungle like creating stuff, and I don't know. It seems like Tomasi kind of brings him down a little bit. Not to a completely like total like man bitch, going through midlife crisis, but more humanized. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a cool little like fire and ice attack right there. It's a nice little duality. Yeah. And then he has this like grappling like fire like this like grapple like fire grapnel hook thing that he wraps around her just to kind of like tie her up. And he made a deal with Frieza that like if Frieza helped Batman catch his wife, then he would he'd go to Arkham, and that would be that. But Frieza ain't gonna listen. He's gonna lie to him, so he lies to him. And then she basically like double crosses, or she basically like doesn't want to get with him, and she basically did to him what happened to her. He becomes frozen, and he's like stuck in this like frozen stasis now, and that's him right there. That's Victor Freeze. So basically, he's swapped with Nora now. Now Nora's out and about doing Mr. Freeze stuff, and he's stuck in here, frozen, and the thing is though, she's not, as far as I know, she's not as brilliant as Victor. Victor will probably get out, but I mean, she can only do so much, She's got Victor's tech, and she's out in the world, running around like doing this and that, but she ain't gonna be out there that long. Batman's gonna catch up with her and put her down. And they'll probably figure out a way to get Victor out of there, but yeah, all in all, this was a fun read. It's been fun. I like the art. I like the story. Ever since this team took over Detective, for a while, I don't know how long they've been on it. Maybe like 20 issues or something. But before that, I forgot who was writing it. But it was like a team of it was like the whole Bat family on a team, and it was okay, but it was getting kind of boring. But this team's cool. I hope they stay on it for for as long as they can do it. And yeah. If you like Batman and him doing detective stuff, and using all of his bat gear and things like that, then I definitely recommend this book. I'm gonna have to give it 2 horns up. And as always, folks, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we got daily content here on Metal Movies and Brewskis. Have a great night, folks.